Hello again and welcome back to Meeting Point Grammar Lessons, and welcome back to part 1 of our lesson on modal verbs. And in this lesson we'll be looking at modal verbs used to describe possibility, probability, certainty and logical deduction. So to begin with, let's look at possibility and probability. Could, might and may refer to specific present or future possibilities. He could be Greek or he may be Italian. In these sentences we're speculating about the possibility of somebody's origins. So this person looks a bit Mediterranean, we might say, and we can use could, might or may in these sentences. He could be Greek, he might be Greek, he may be Greek. And here's another one, speculating about the future. This one, it might rain tomorrow. Now if we want to increase the probability, we can use well. For example, she could well be his sister. So it's possible to say she could be his sister, showing that there's a possibility, or she could well be his sister, making it more probable. Can also be used, but only to refer to general or theoretic possibilities. You see that can was not used in the previous examples, but it can be used in this kind of situation. It can get quite cold here in the winter. The theatre can seat 250 people. You see, these are only general and theoretical possibilities. They're not specific possibilities like he might be Greek. Could, might and may with have and past participle can be used to say that something possibly happened in the past. He could have left it on the bus. They might have got lost. He may have phoned us while we were out. Okay, so these are past possibilities. We don't know whether they happened or not. All with could have, might have or may have. They are all exactly the same thing. We can also use could have and might have, but in this case not may have, to say that it was possible for something to happen, but it didn't. You could have had an accident. They might have won if they hadn't missed the penalty. You can see in both of these examples things that were possible, but they did not happen. In this sense, you cannot use may. Now we can use exactly the same structure with a bit of emphasis to show annoyance. You might have phoned me earlier. He could have told me that she was a vegetarian. Again, with these we're not using may have. These are used to show annoyance. Should is also used to talk about the present or future possibility when the speaker is fairly certain about something. They should be there by now. We should arrive at about midday. You see, we are fairly certain about the probability of this happening. Now let's look at certainty and logical deduction. Must is used when the speaker is nearly certain about something. You must be joking. There must be some mistake. You must be Miss Jones. Okay, you can see that the speaker is fairly certain that his hypothesis is correct. Must with have and a past participle is used to express certainty about the past. That must have been terrible for you. They must have missed the flight. You can also use will in certain situations. That will be the pizza delivery. Okay, imagine somebody phoned for a pizza half an hour ago and then there's somebody knocking on the door. You'll say, that will be the pizza delivery, or that must be the pizza. It's 6 o'clock. He will have left work by now. There's will with have referring to the past. For the negative, we would use can't or couldn't. And again, for the past, we can use have and a past participle. You can't be serious. That's the opposite of you must be joking. That couldn't be his mother. She's far too young. So can't and couldn't are the opposite in meaning to must. They can't have left already, or they couldn't have left already. Again, adding the have, referring to the past. And that is all you need to know about possibility, probability, certainty and logical deduction. Part 2 of modal auxiliary verbs will be following shortly.